Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? What we know right now is that the Cleveland Browns have been informed they are no longer in the running to land Deshaun Watson. Again, it was initially 4 teams. It was Cleveland, and then 3 NFC South teams: Panthers, Saints, Falcons. Falcons sort of emerged late in the process. We know that Deshaun Watson met with his hometown team on Wednesday, and apparently there was some feeling like maybe the emotional swing, the emotional pull of going home was luring Watson to Atlanta, to the Falcons. But the Saints brass did a very smart thing. They jumped on a bird, and they went and met with Deshaun Watson again, and this time Gayle Benson went with him. Nick Underhill tweeted that the Saints brass met with Deshaun Watson a second time last night, Wednesday night, according to sources, and this time Gayle Benson was, in fact, with them. Pro Football Network's Aaron Wilson, his report is that it's down to Saints and Falcons. I love that move by the Saints. We see this often in recruiting where there's sort of an emotional pull. You know what I mean? Like, kid gets on campus, he goes through the recruiting weekend, official visit, he's putting on the jersey, they put his name on the scoreboard, he walks into the stadium. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all of the like A-list treatment. Guy gets caught up in the emotion, commits. And then you leave, and some of that emotion wears off, and then you start thinking rationally again, and oftentimes you see those guys decommit. Happens a lot in recruiting. This feels a lot like that because this is a recruiting pitch, and the Saints have a much better lot of information. They have a much better situation to sell. This isn't even debatable. The Saints were 9-8 a year ago, a year where they used 4 different quarterbacks. The Saints were a game away from the postseason. The Saints have a top 10 defense in the NFL. You're returning Michael Thomas. You've got Alvin Kamara. When healthy, you've got one of the best offensive lines in football. All things Deshaun Watson did not have when he was quarterbacking a 4-win team in Houston that was actively trying to lose. The Atlanta Falcons stink. They stink. Their defense has been under construction seemingly for a decade now. Even the Super Bowl team defense was terrible. Offensively, last year Julio Jones flew the coop. Calvin Ridley suspended for a year. Russell Gage just left to sign a deal with Tampa. The only offensive weapon Deshaun Watson would have in Atlanta is Kyle Pitts. He's a really good player, don't misunderstand me, but that's it. So, man, this, if you're just looking at football, opportunity to win now, it's not even close. Organizational stability, as far as a coaching staff that's been in place. Look, if Sean Payton were still in place, this would be a no-brainer, but apparently Sean Payton wasn't interested in Deshaun Watson, proving why this is really a Dennis Allen push. But coaching staff stability from the assistants you retained, front office, organization and alignment with Mrs. Benson and Dennis Lauscha and Mickey Loomis. It's not even close. There isn't, it actually feels kind of dumb to even have to spell all this out because it's so obvious. The Saints are a better organization than Atlanta by a mile. It's just an emotional pull. That's all this is for Atlanta. And so by the Saints going to meet Deshaun Watson again, it in some respects allowed them to mute that emotion, to say, hold on. I get it. You've been through a rough 18 months. The allure of going home, we understand. But New Orleans to Atlanta is like an hour. I mean, on a bird. I mean, you can make that flight home anytime you want. It's an easy trip. You're in the same division. You're going to play there every year. There is a way for the Saints to sit Deshaun Watson down and say, let's think about this logically. Here's the plan we have for you. Here's how we want to use you. Here's our long-term vision. Here's how we're building the roster. You probably also noticed on Thursday, the Saints reworked the contracts of 4 more players. Taysom Hill, Bradley Roby, Malcolm Jenkins, Demario Davis. That freed up nearly $30 million in cap space for the Saints. So they could absorb Deshaun Watson's contract. But keep in mind, when they absorb Deshaun Watson's contract, Deshaun Watson is not playing the 2022 season on his current contract. The Saints will sign him to a long-term extension, and his cap hit for this year will probably be the veteran minimum. I mean, they will make sure that his cap number in 2022 is microscopic. So that's going to leave roughly $30 million to go play within free agency. Maybe that allows you to re-sign Teron Armstead. That allows you to go get another receiving option if that's what you're looking for in free agency. I mean, the cap hit this year for Deshaun Watson in Houston, the dead cap hit is $51 million. The cap hit's $40. The cash value is $35 million. So, make no mistake, Deshaun Watson's cap number ain't going to be $35 million in New Orleans. But they had to clear that space for the inevitability of a trade so they could absorb it and then rework a deal for him. So all of the dominoes are in line. It's just a matter of the Saints making sure Deshaun Watson makes a tactical decision instead of an emotional decision. It's not marrying the girl that you had on the first date because you had a great time. It's realizing what you have in one hand as opposed to the emotional pull of a really bad organization. But geography plays into that. We'll see how good of a salesman the Saints brass can be to Deshaun Watson. But they've made it to this point, and all they got to do is push it across the finish line. Saints, Falcons, we're waiting a decision from Deshaun Watson like everybody else. The Saints have put all the dominoes, all the pieces in place to make sure they can get this done if Deshaun Watson gives it the go-ahead. When we know, we'll certainly pass it along to you. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.